depending on the variety, the market ranges from 20 shillings to 80 shillings. That gap between 20 shillings and 80 shillings is the gap of the variety that you grow. Where does it fit in? Does it fit at 20, at 40, at 60, at 80? The variety that you grow. For example,
hello dear farmers and to everyone watching this amazing episode. Welcome back to your favorite farming channel, Farming with the CEO, where we say farming is the way to go. Today I traveled all the way to County 020. Yes, you guessed right. KIRINYAGA County, where I met the guest farmer for today. And as you can see behind, the guest farmer for today is a fruit guru. And we shall be meeting him in a few so that he can share his story into fruit farming. And before I introduce you to our guest, make sure that you click on the subscription button below. Remember to like and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a farmer to tell a farmer. And at this moment, I want to officially introduce you to our fruit guru today. He introduce himself, atuambia anafanya nini na nini.
Hey guys, my name is Mr Njine, and this farm is referred to as a Njiine farm. We majorly focus on fruit farming, diverse crops. As we continue, I'll let you see my farm. You see the various crops that I grow, specifically crops in fruit farming. Karibuni.
Mr. Njine, thank you so much for welcoming us to your farm. We appreciate so much because of your time. And I want us to start. There's something interesting I want to know about you. Your farming background. Can you tell us a bit of it?
I began farming in the year 2021. That is, slightly after COVID. I used to reside in Nairobi. So due to COVID, I had to work from home. As a result, I figured out what I can do. And therefore, I decided to venture into fruit farming. I've been in this field for like 3-4 years, engaged in a number of fruit trees that we shall discuss as we move on. As I take you around my farm, you see the crops have been growing, ranging from avocados, papaya, passion fruit, tree tomatoes. Yeah.
I understand about in agriculture we have several sectors in farming. Why specific fruit farming? And what inspired you into fruit farming?
I happened to get inspired into fruit farming majorly because my stay in the city Nairobi, I realized that the cost of fruits is quite high. So when I came to the up country, I found that in this area, everyone was doing maize, fresh beans, tomatoes, the normal farming that we have around here, the normal horticulture. So I thought perhaps I could do something different, such that I can get some income and also inspire my neighbors, perhaps to do something different. Exactly.
Because in fruit farming, I guess there are different varieties of fruits. Which specific fruit have you majored with?
So far, I have majored in avocado farming, passion fruit farming, papaya farming, and tree tomato farming. Those are the 4 fruits that I have engaged so far.
And why specific that? What is that unique thing in that papaya, the tree tomato, the avocado that is unique to others? And
I would say that the fruits that I grow have proven unique from others, simply because of the income that comes with the kind of farming I do. I realize that clients keep on throwing into my farms. As a result, I get some coins. Yeah.
Mr. Njine, I know in this period that you have been doing the fruit farming, there are some of the challenges that you have encountered. What are some of the challenges that you have encountered in the fruit business?
Let me say, like any other kind of farming, we encounter challenges almost similar to other kind of farming, though in fruit farming it will be slightly different in the technical part. Otherwise, the financial challenges are the same. The requirement for capital. At times, you may not get enough capital as you wish. Perhaps RAD, simply because this kind of farming is more sustainable. You require to lease a land for more seasons than one season. So as a result, you may find yourself with financial constraint to lease a land for a longer period of time. Also, availability of that land. That's the unique challenges. Otherwise, the rest are just financial challenges. And also, there's the technical challenge of, agronomist. The agronomical skills. That's the technical part.
Yeah.
You realize that moving across different agronomists, they may not have experience in this field of fruit farming. Like in my place, Accountant 020, we've so many agronomists in horticulture. That is fresh beans, tomatoes, dairy farming, and what have you. But agronomists in fruit farming are rare to find.
Yeah.
Not just agronomists, also experienced agronomists. That's an area that there's a gap. Actually, there's a gap.
The main point is experience.
Experience of an agronomist in fruit farming. That's a bit.
You have mentioned about this. Those are some of the challenges. For you personally, how are you able to maneuver to overcome the challenges?
Let me say, with the challenges I've come across, actually all those challenges I've mentioned, ranging from capital, ranging from scarcity of rad, ranging from lack of agronomical practices. But what normally I do research. I do some online research. I also do read books into fruit farming. From that point now I get to the farm. I add into the experience. I apply what is in books. I apply what is online. If all fails, I have now to come up with my own, my agronomical tactics. Tactics that are agronomical and that will help me now do different and as a result achieve, better results.
So there is risk of failure.
No doubt there is.
So because some of the challenges like capital, because I know for capital is one of the biggest problem, even for me, if I want to venture into farming currently, I need capital. My bank account statements are not good. So how do I able to generate capital so that I can be able to venture into fruit farming?
Like different from other fields of horticulture, fruit farming is slightly different and slightly advantageous, because if you establish like a small block in fruit farming, the returns you get from that small block, bearing in mind that it's consistent, you harvest for a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're able to plow back that profit into your farming. As a result, you're able to expand your farming without the need for sourcing external capital. Within yourself, from your small block, you keep on reinvesting into different farms. You're able to sustain now from a quarter an acre to half an acre, to 2 acres to 3 acres, with your mother block still in existence, and still giving you
money,
some coins.
Because there's a question that I want to ask. I want to build an empire in the fruit business. You have been able to manage that way. What are the basic requirements in the business?
Let me say, regarding fruit farming as an agribusiness, the basic requirements, I would say, is agronomical skills. It is very vital that as you begin, you get some basis of an agronomical requirements into fruit farming, such that once you establish your very small block, it doesn't fail. If your small block succeeds, is a direct implication that your next block may succeed better than your mother block. So with those basic skills, even if you begin with the 20 stems of your papaya or passion fruit or tree tomatoes or avocado, and that small block, owing to your good, agronomical skills, succeeds, it directly implies that you go now extending your farming. It's basic to have the right agronomical skills.
There's something else I have noted. The moment you mentioned about fruit farming, there is a key point to mention. You said that you're practicing different varieties. What if for a farmer who wants to, why did you not decide to venture just in pawpaw farming, specific pawpaw, and you decide to venture into different varieties?
Let me say my focus on different varieties of crops, rather than just a papaya or passion fruit or tree tomatoes. I just realized that I want to broaden my sources of income.
Oh, that is the secret.
That's the secret. I want to make my sources of income more consistent and better, such that I may not be, encouraged or, enticed to go back to the city. So as a result, I had to diversify so that I'm able to fetch incomes from different directions. As a result, I'm able to camp now upper Mashinani.
There is a secret I want you to tell me about this fruit business. The end goal is money.
Exactly.
Is it a profitable business ama ni pata potea?
Let me say with the fruit farming, it's profitable. It's profitable on the basis that your period of harvest lengthens. It only becomes not profitable when you harvest only for a short period of time. And you are harvesting for a short period of time is only as a result of, poor agronomical skills. If you grow your fruits in the long way, you harvest for a shorter period. As a result, lesser income. As a result, lesser profit. But if you're able to grow perhaps your papaya and be in a position to harvest up to 2 to 3 years, no doubt you are profitable. Yeah.
How did you able to maneuver the market? Because I know that one is one of the key points where market is a problem to farm produces, because sometimes when old version, now we are into the new market place. How did you able to maneuver?
So regarding markets, like any other horticulture farming, market, why do they affect your sustainability in the farm? So for me, let me say so far, I would say I'm able to camp in the Shabas world. I'm able to get my income right from my farm. I rarely go to the markets to market my products. So what normally happens is that what I grow, if what I grow gets to the market with the right taste and the right quality, what happens? I get referrals. For most of my clients, for actually the higher number, almost 99% of my clients came into my farm out of referrals. Referrals that came with an attribute of the right taste, the right quality. Your fruits are so sweet, some clients would say. Your fruits are so cream, some clients would say. So as a result, I've been able to get clients right from my farm.
You know, one of the things that can make me fear investing into the fruit business is because I know this product is perishable. How do you maintain the perishability of the good that even the clients, when they come to your farm, they know they are getting a fresh produce? How do you able to?
So normally, regarding the perishability of your crops, with respect to other farmers, my crops have proven to be less perishable. Such that, for example, if you do my papayas, since the day of harvesting to the time of consumption, gives you, a post-harvest life of up to 14 days. That is 2 weeks. Wow. If you go to my passion fruit, it will give you a post-harvest life of actually almost 14 days. Simply because that is an aspect of variety. Variety contributes to post-harvest life. Then your agronomical practices add on to that. For example, harvesting a papaya fruit from a well-healthy papaya plant extends its lifespan, post-harvest life with almost a week, almost 7 days, as compared to harvesting papayas from a weakling plant. So those two aspects, the variety and my agronomical skills, have given me a brand. I have a brand actually. Most brokers refer to me as that one guy from whose farm, if you get your papayas, you sell to the last one. Without, lotting.
So, because if you check behind from the producer, it is amazing how the papayas zimezaa mingi, but do the seedling or the type of seed you plant determine your fruit produce?
Yeah, no doubt. The seed you plant somehow directly determines your harvest. Because some of the varieties that we grow, we refer to them as hermaphrodites. That's an implication that there is the male and the female elements in the same flower. They do not require bees to pollinate. They do pollinate themselves.
So it is like a marriage.
Exactly. Yeah, the flower is like a complete marriage.
Yeah.
Whereby, in the absence of bees, the flowers will still fertilize themselves. As a result, you get more fruits. Yeah.
Where do you source your seedlings? Because maybe some people germinate themselves, some people source from companies outside. Where do you source your seedlings so that you can be assured of quality?
For me, currently I do source I'm a seed racer actually. I've turned to a seed racer through experience. So the fact that it is rare to find the right varieties. So no matter what I do, I buy all seeds from all types of seeds, all varieties that are stocked in the agro. I do buy each of them a sachet. I germinate them. I plant them in my farm for a period of like 6, 7, 8 months. I observe their characteristics. From there now, I'm able to decide which variety to focus on.
Yeah.
Once I realize that a certain varieties does better than these others, I'll source more seeds of that variety from the shops. That is F1 varieties. I'll sow those seeds and then I'll expand my farming in that.
For me, I have specialized into dairy farming because I'm a dairy production manager. I'm also a vet.
Yeah.
And one thing in the dairy sector that I know, so for me to be able to maximize on profit, I have to do something called value addition. How have you been able to maximize on in the fruit industry? How have you been able to maximize on profits?
So let me say
because of the sustainability of long terms.
So far in this industry of fruits, I haven't gone into value addition, but I've figured out ways in which I can, increase my income upwards. And I have learned that what is most vital is the period that you harvest.
Yeah.
The number of weeks that you harvest your crop will affect your income. So as a result, I've adopted, advantageous agronomical skills that enables my papaya, my passion fruit, my tree tomato to last longer in my farm, such that I'm able to harvest for a longer period of time. That's the tactic that so far has enabled me to consistently be on the farm.
You mentioned about market, and you said for you are able to access your market through referrals.
Exactly.
For a farmer who want to invest into this fruit farming business, could you promise them that there is market opportunities outside there?
Yeah, no doubt.
And how can you guarantee them that if they plant, because sometimes we find the pyramid schemes where people are being scammed and they are told that this time try this kind of fruit, and later you find the graph in a rise, then it falls down.
Yeah.
Because how can you guarantee to other farmers that there is market opportunities outside there?
Let me say there is market opportunity outside there. To start with, there is. What determines the nature of market you find is the variety of fruit that you grow. In this variety, I mean, for example, in a field of papaya, we have different varieties of papaya from different companies. You get a better market if you grow that variety which favors the market the most. That's where we say that you farm from the market backwards. You do your research in the market. Which variety is most demanded? That which is in high demand, bring it now to your farm and grow it. The moment you go to the market, papayas will not be the same.
Yeah.
Different farmers have different varieties. So if your variety is the most favorable one, it is a clear indication that you sell through the market very easily. Yeah.
There's something else I wanted to ask. Because for me to put a business today, for me to invest in a business, we say in the business world that I'm supposed to wait for 6 months, expecting no profits. When is that time that you can be able to break even in the fruit business, the fruit farming business? When do you break even your profits and your capital that you use?
Let me say that venturing into fruit farming, and in this case I'll refer to papaya, tree tomato, and passion fruit. You'd break even at a period of like 10 months. 10 months implies that you begin harvesting at your 6th month. If you grow tree tomato, you grow papaya, you grow passion fruit. You begin your harvest at 6-7 months. By the time you get to the 10th month, you start now, you are in a position to tell that your profit is now in your capital is now in your hands. So now you are working on getting profits. Within the first 3 months of your harvest, having grown the hybrid variety that is desired in the market, you have gotten now back your money.
Yeah. So it is easier to break even in the fruit business.
In the 10th month, you are able to break even.
Sometimes as a farmer, you can wake up one morning and find that your source of fruits, there's pests and diseases have attacked. What is that daily mantra that makes you as a farmer to wake up every morning and knowing that there's risks huko nje? What nini inatuma kila asubuhi uamke and saying that I'll continue still with the farming, the fruit farming business?
Yeah, there are challenges, and I've come across them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, in the fruit farming business, there's one thing I admire the most: the fact that the challenges that come with fruit farming will really collapse your farm. You'll get a pest infestation. Once you get the right pesticide, you clear the pest, your crop gets back to normal. You get a fungal infection, you clear the fungal infection, your crop gets back to normal. So that which makes me wake up every day to the farm is the fact that practically I've sustained a farm from the year 2021 to date 2024. That farm is still giving me income.
Yeah.
So that makes me encouraged to move on.
There is a farmer who is watching this episode and wants to venture into this business. What can you tell them?
For any farmer who wants to get into this venture, fruit farming venture, specifically papaya, passion fruit, tree tomato, and avocados, I'll tell them to invest into research. Especially when you go to passion fruit and papaya, it is best to research. If you're not going to research, rely on that farmer who has researched on varieties that are hermaphrodites.
Yeah.
Varieties that will self-pollinate themselves, so that whenever you grow your crops, you get high harvest. That's it. Then also try to research on the right agronomical practices. By this I mean, your planting pattern, your spacing in your farm is very vital. Then after spacing, you also need to know your landscaping. How do you landscape your farm such that it favors you both during rain seasons and also during the dry season?
Yeah.
If you master those two areas, pesticides are not a big deal. In one way or the other, you'll get pesticides. Yeah.
What about, have you ever made a mistake in this business? You can share with the people so that no one, that you regret when maybe you are starting and you regret even today and see that you fell in that pit.
Yeah, no doubt. I have made a mistake. Not once, but twice. One, in papaya farming, I've made a mistake. I've grown the long variety. It was in my trials, and I really failed. I did an acre that collapsed within less than a year.
A whole acre?
A whole acre that did collapse within less than a year, owing to growing the wrong variety. Variety that was less resistant to fungal infections.
Yeah.
I made the second mistake by planting my papayas in the long pattern. My papayas clouded in the farm. The farm, became so susceptible to fungal infections. I also was unable to operate in that farm. It was so bushy.
Yeah.
I did a spacing that was not right. A spacing that, aimed at maximizing the number of stems in my farm at the expense of the lifespan of that crop. For those two instances, I count loss to date. Yeah.
So for farmers, they need to use the right measurements, have a good farm plan, etc.
Farm plan, yeah.
The purpose of this channel is to educate more young people, to encourage them, because most of the young people are complaining that there is no employment opportunities outside there. And the purpose of this channel is to encourage more young people to venture into agriculture, because I know farming, there is money, and we have to, it is a market opportunity that we have to tap in. Oh, because even if I look at you, your age is not ejasonga sana.
Yeah.
What can you tell your younger self, a youth somewhere?
To the youth who are behind me, like 10 years or 5 years behind, and who would wish to join into fruit farming, I would encourage them to join and begin small. In fruit farming, whether you've capital, you so much capital, please don't begin big. Just begin small and think big. Through the experience you get from your small block, transfer that experience now to a slightly bigger block. And by so doing, you get to anchor yourself into fruit farming.
Yeah. Most for us young people, I'm still a young person, and one of the things that we don't have, which is data. And sometimes we find ourselves saying that we cannot venture into the agricultural industry, etc. And how can you assure them that there is money in agriculture?
No doubt there is money in agriculture. As you can see behind us, as you can see the papayas, these papayas are less than 1 year old. They're actually now exactly 9 months old.
This one that has...
Yeah. We've been harvesting on this papaya for the last 3 months. They are now 9 months old.
So after planting, how long is it supposed to take to mature?
6 to 7 months.
6 to 7 months.
6 to 7 months. You begin harvesting your crop. These are kind of varieties. They'll begin giving you flowers at a height of just 1 feet. That is at the age of 45 days. They've given you flowers. You're able to tell whether they are males in your farm. Fortunately, for this kind of variety, out of 1,000 seedlings, you realize it's 0 males. Yeah.
Because like this, you have said it is 1 year. It is
9 months.
9 months. It has an approximate of more than 20 fruits. The market for papayas. How much does it go to get to access one of the papayas as a fruit?
Depending on the variety, the market ranges from 20 shillings to 80 shillings. That gap between 20 shillings and 80 shillings is the gap of the variety that you grow. Where does it fit in? Does it fit at 20, at 40, at 60, at 80? The variety that you grow. For example, this is a variety that maximizes price in the market. In an off-season, we do sell these papayas at 80 shillings a kilo. When papayas are in season across many parts of the country, owing to the rainfalls, we do this papaya at 50 shillings a kilo. Simply because it is super sweet. 2, it has a long post-harvest life. 3, it is so green when ripe. It has even, it ripens in an even way, like an orange does. It will ripen to 100%. It will color. The yellow color will be to 100%. It will be so bright. As a result, it sells through the supermarkets very easily. It also sells through the export market. Yeah.
So there's opportunities from the local market to even international markets.
Yeah, it is there. It is there. That varies depending on the variety of papaya that you grow.
Yeah. I don't have mathematics, but you can do your calculations. Just take your calculators, do your maths from the message you have gotten. For me, I don't have mathematics, but in my mind, I know there is money. Do you offer any services to farmers who would require your service?
Yeah, no doubt. For farmers who would require my services, basically through phone calls, I offer services free of charge. Actually, so far, I've not charged a single farmer. Be it your farm visit, be it your a phone call advice. I'll advise you free of charge. Yeah.
You mentioned about that you propagate your own seeds, because for you have been able to test them, and it is like we are in a laboratory, and the final product, people can see the final product.
Yeah.
If people want seeds, do you sell the seedlings?
I do sell the seedlings. Strictly, I do not sell seeds.
Oh, yeah.
Unless I buy them from shops on your behalf.
Yeah.
In that case, you'll have to, get back to your pockets. you have to cough something for me to take transport and what have you. Otherwise, I don't like that side of business.
Yeah.
I like it when you can order your own seeds online. They are delivered to you by the various, delivery agencies. Yeah. When it comes to seeds, you can buy seeds. I can germinate them for you. Then you can pick them as seedlings. Else, I also buy seeds I also buy seeds in advance. I bring them to my nursery. I sprout them. I grow them to the transplanting stage. Then you can always pick from my farm. Yeah.
And how can people reach out to you? Because I know there's someone who needs your contact, wants your advice, your mentorship. They want to do a farm visit to your farm, this amazing farm. How can they reach out to you?
You can reach out to me via a cell number. That is 0791 534 066. That is 0791 534 066. That's my phone number.
Yeah, I'll pin the number below. I'll tag it so that you can be able to reach out to Njiine farm. I have traveled to a lot of farms, but you guy, my guy, there's amazing work being done in this farm. And thank you so much for watching, sharing. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. Let's tell a person to tell a person, tell a farmer to tell a farmer about us. And we continue farming, because in farming, you can never go wrong with farming. And there is something else I want to introduce you to. There is, for market, we mentioned about market. There's something I want to tell you about, a platform, a website called Mkulimayang. Mkulimayang is an online website where farmers post their products and they meet their clients online. Yeah, so you can try it out later. You create an account there, because we have, as Mkulimayang, we have tried to understand the challenges that farmers are going through, and we came to understand one of the challenges farmers are facing is the market, because in every day I receive almost 40 calls for people asking about market. Where can I market? Where can I get this? But with the www.mkulimayang.com, you can be able to sell your product online and you meet your clients. Yeah, soko ya Mkulimayang. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. Let's meet in the next episode.